Hey everybody, welcome to Beers with Braveheart, the beer cast with good sides and best buds. I'm joined again by my best bud Will, and
Hey, joined again with my best friend, Andrew.
You're supposed to say my name.
Andrew.
Sure, yeah. Let's do it, Adriano Braveheart.
Hey.
Today we're drinking the Hitachino Japanese Classic Ale. Oh my god, it smells interesting. Whoa.
That's super good.
Damn.
That's super complex.
I'm going in for another one.
Yeah. It's my favorite yet. Like out of everything we've done.
Wow. Look at the bubbles. Look, it's like they just sit there.
Oh, yeah,
There's like sediment in it.
I'm kind of blown away by this beer. It's really
amazing.
good. Yeah.
Well, good. They were $8 a bottle.
Well, good. We got what we paid for.
Actually, I was recommended this by my friend Marcos Tubert. So,
Shout out to you, Marcos.
Marcos.
Haven't seen you since the old fight and pit that we used to do back in the day. Marcos. What's his last name?
Tubert?
Different Marcos. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Apologize.
You never got to his rank in the fighting
I
pits.
never got to that depth. Depth.
Depth pit. Holy shit, that sounds like a metal band.
Depth pit. I think
Depth
so.
pit.
Yeah. Let's get into this beer, shall
Yeah.
we? Andrew, would you please do the that little intro that does that little noise? I can't remember how it goes. A little something like.
The Hitachino Nest Japanese Classic Ale. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name, but that's fine. It's Japanese. It is an IPA. It is from Nakashi Irabaki Ken, Japan. It has an ABV of 7%, so it's a little bit higher. It's even higher than it's higher than most. It doesn't really taste it though, because it has a very low IBA of only 11, so it's not very bitter. Which I agree. This is super sweet.
Yeah, it's nice.
The history of the brewery is actually pretty interesting. The beer is actually a recreation of the first Japanese beer made during the Edo period, which, if you don't know, do you know what Edo was?
No.
It's the old name of Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
And I want to say it was after the fall of the shogunate, is that they moved the capital to Edo.
Okay.
And then later Japan. So it was the early beginning of the reformation with the Empire of Japan.
Yeah.
Japanese history is super interesting.
Yeah. I think it's super interesting, especially because, I mean, since you said it was the brewery was founded in 1832, I think, or 1830.
23.
23.
Mm-hmm.
23. Dyslexia.
Yeah.
In after World War II, after the bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the Japanese have this incredible history with Japanese joinery,
Right.
which is just like literally.
Oh yeah, you've shown me that before.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's assemblies without fasteners, and fasteners are screws and nails and that kind of stuff, which we use in contemporary construction. Hey,
Right there.
In Japan, before World War II, they used Japanese construction. Japanese joinery, because wood construction was seen as such a high craft. They really wanted to make these incredible joineries and things. And
But that was a good one. We have another joinery.
Gonna wake up our neighbors. Fuck, that was gross. It's a nice beer, and I really like this beer. I'd have this again. By far is my favorite. But the bubble guts.
That's a strong.
There's
taste
a smell
outward.
There's a very specific musk that
Cedar.
comes with this beer. Yeah, it's cedar, and that's what I was gonna say. Is when the bombs were dropped, they realized that they were kind of looking to the past of how they constructed everything, which is wood, which burnt and was destroyed the quickest.
There's not much you can do in the face of 2 nuclear bombs, but you made it worse.
Incredibly sad.
Yeah.
And for their culture, I mean, to look back at their culture as this culture that really looks and cherishes Japanese joinery, this incredible construction of this kind of thing, and to look at it as no longer representational of a future in Japan. There's this movement that came out of it called the Metabolists, and the Metabolists look at city building and architecture and urban plan as this amoebic kind of force that has a metabolism.
Wow.
They had a huge amount of interest in concrete, specifically concrete and steel and these things that were massive and monolithic. And there's a lot of architects like Toyo Ito who really like exemplify this amazing craftsmanship taken from this Japanese joinery, but then applying it to concrete, which is something they didn't use that much before.
Oh yeah.
So it's this huge shift from kind of temporality and well-crafted temporality to the opposite of temporality.
Badly crafted.
Well, still well crafted, I guess.
Okay.
But
temporality is the opposite.
But a long-lasting architecture. But it's interesting too because their culture or their architectural culture came from something that's crafted to something that's shaped.
Huh.
In a way, I mean, wood is still shaped.
Well, but
it's a solid.
You don't use a mold to cut wood necessarily.
Right.
Yeah.
You use a mold to make concrete.
Right.
Which then allows you to do different types of things.
Right.
It's just, I think it's interesting.
That's cool.
And then the juxtaposition that this beer is from cedar, from a wood.
Yeah. So
which then goes against this kind of thing. It's interesting. But this is such a good beer.
It's super
really
tasty.
Recommend anyone go out and get this. It's amazing.
Now I've had some of the other flavors that they make. I had a stout, I think, and their white ale is really good too.
Okay.
Yeah, you said cedar, so it's aged in cedar barrels, which is actually just like the old IPA style that they used in England. So this is really an old. You could, with a few jumps, you could say this is the kind that they actually used to drink.
Wow. Yeah,
the Kiyuchi Brewery, which it was founded, the brewery was founded by, bear with me, Kiyuchi Gihei, the headman of Konosu Village. And the brewery started as a sake distillery. And it still makes sake. It's been doing it for 190 years. But in 1994, Japan relaxed their strict alcohol tax law that restricted brewing to only 4 of the large breweries. So probably Sapporo, etc. More than Toho, Tahiti.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it.
Got him.
But so then Kiyuchi and the Kiyuchi family, they decided to get into the game and with other small brewers, and they actually purchased brewing facilities from a Canadian company called DME, which made brewery things. And in 1996, they made their first Hitachino Nest beer, which was a traditional European top fermented ale using British malts and hops. And then the next year, their amber ale won gold in the dark ale category in the first international beer competition in Japan. Fucking.
You earned it. You go.
So this is fucking tasty. Yeah, so Marcos, who recommended this to me.
Yes. From the pits.
Immediately from the depth pit.
Depth pit.
The
deepest pit.
He specifically recommended it because of the cedar. No, I think I know what cedar smells like, which is not moths, because cedar is a natural moth repellent. Yeah. But
yeah, there's not much. I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt, but when you first drank it, you smelled it. I don't really. It doesn't smell like what it tastes like.
No, yeah, I don't smell cedar. Man. Yeah, there's a lot going on in there. Quiet, you. The color is interesting too.
We're kind of blown away by this.
This is the best. This is my favorite beer we've done so far.
Mine too. This is incredible. Well, for $8 a beer, you said, right? So okay.
Therein lies the problem. It's super imported.
And then but that even goes back to this Japanese culture too. When you go to any kind of Japanese
isolationist,
place, But not just that. The something well crafted and small is worth so much.
Right.
And that's what they have pride in, as opposed to mass production.
Right.
So.
Well, I first found this we first saw it in the Mitsuo Market, not the Orange County one, the Torrance one.
Okay.
Which, sure, I mean, there's a bunch of other ones that were different, but I fucking love this one. Also, look at the fucking label. It's such a cute little owl. I'm so happy. It makes me want to sleep, but drink beer until I go to sleep, which I'm going to do.
Okay. Oh shit! I got. Okay, I gotta kill it. Which won't be difficult because it's fucking
Very
delicious.
good. I kind of didn't want to finish it. I want to keep drinking it. I wish that this came in like 6 packs, so that would be $50. Yeah, it might be worth it. But so that's all the time we have today. We had good conversation. We had a really great beer. I want to thank Will for coming on again. All right.
I say never shake hands on TV because you'll do it wrong. But let's see if we can do it twice.
Oh, they were right.
I get it.
Damn it. They were 50% right.
Well, thanks for watching. Subscribe on YouTube.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Please subscribe. We need more subscribers. This isn't a plead.
A little bit.
But please subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. I have a basketball game tomorrow. The end.